Well, hello everyone. Welcome to our first Fabulous Friday. Today is September 11th, and our question for today is how to schedule a Zoom session. So I realize this will be a little bit tricky since I'm actually on a Zoom session with you all today, and I'm still going to try to show you how to schedule a Zoom session. So for Great Prairie AEA staff, you will have the option to have a Zoom account. And if you don't yet have a Zoom account, you can request one from Kathy Humble in our technology department in Ottumwa, and she will be able to help you out. Once you have your account, you'll want to get the account information, respond to the email, and just follow the instructions to set up your account. Once you have an account, I'm going to now stop and screen share so that I can show you really where to go to get into your Zoom account, and then we'll just walk through the steps to start or schedule a session. Okay, here we go. Okay, at this point you should be seeing my web screen, and what you'll want to do is use your web browser to go to https://zoom.us/sign-in. This will bring you to the sign-in page for Zoom, or just go to zoom.us and you will get to the Zoom page, click on login, and that will bring you to the same page that I'm at right now. At this point, you'll use your email address to log in. And since we are interfaced with Google, all you have to do is you don't have to select the password or sign in, but just go down below this and click on Google, and that will allow you to sign in to your Zoom account. So I'm in my Zoom account at this time. And at the top of the screen, you'll notice that you can join a meeting or you can host a meeting. And so at this point, you might want to just try hosting a meeting just to see what happens. And what will happen is that it will ask you for a Zoom app, and if it's not here, it will automatically download to your screen. I've done that, and I'm going to just put away my screen right now and clean off a little bit of my desktop and bring forward the Zoom app that you're looking at. So this is the app that downloads to your computer. And so you'll see there's really nice little buttons on here. One that says schedule. This says back to meeting. It's because I'm actually in our Fabulous Friday Zoom account. I'm actually using that to record this session. So that's why you'll see this here. Otherwise, it would say join a meeting. Schedule is where we want to go. Schedule right here. Click the button, and you'll see that we start by choosing a date that we want to choose, today's date. Let me actually come back here, and we'll just go and schedule. So we'll do that, and we'll go to, let's just make it for a day next week. Let's make it next Tuesday the 15th. We'll make it for, click on 5. We'll make it for 10, and we'll make that a.m. So September 15th, 2015, 10 a.m. We'll make it for 1 hour. We could make it for as many hours. We could make it all day long, however the long the session will be, and so you can make it. So we'll make this one for 1.5 hours. We should be able to set our time zone for Chicago. This is really helpful because if you're sending invites to people that are in other time zones around the country or potentially anywhere in the world, then it will automatically correct for those time zone differences when it lands into somebody's email box, for example, that might be in a different time zone. So it handles all of that for you. It's also interlinked to the calendaring system, so that's another way that it handles it for you. So at this point, we're just going to leave video when joining a meeting. We want the video on. Once in a while, you might want the participants to join without video, especially if you're in low bandwidth environments. And if it's just going to be a voice-only call, you can choose telephone. I usually let mine set to both so that if someone doesn't have a camera or does have an internet or connectivity issue, they can always use their phone to call into the meeting instead. One of the features that I really like about scheduling is enable join before host. And you'll see the checkbox there that you will want to check. This so that if you schedule a meeting for, like this meeting was scheduled for 10 a.m., but maybe I am the host, but I get there right at 10 a.m. A lot of times as the host, and we would have to log in a few minutes early, because sometimes folks like to come a little bit early to make sure things are working or just to try to get on. And if you're not there, then they just get sort of stuck in limbo. So I like to enable join before host. That way, if someone does come to the session early, they're welcome to just join into the session. They're there. When you arrive, everybody's there, and you're really all good to go. Using your personal meeting ID is really nice. If you use your personal meeting room ID, it's the one time that the meeting ID does not change. If you choose to use it, it will always be the same ID number. Otherwise, if you don't choose the personal meeting ID, the system will generate a random IP or a random ID for the session, or meeting ID, each time that you have a session. So I'm going to leave that blank, and we'll see what we come up with. I'd like to integrate this with Google Calendar, so I will make sure Google Calendar is selected, and then I hit the schedule button. And so what will happen at this point, up will come our Google Calendar. And there it is, and it generates the invitation directly for you. And Fabulous Friday Zoom meeting, I can go at this point, I can go in and change that. Maybe this is a tech meeting that I'm scheduling for folks, and I can ultimately I can change the time if I want, but I probably won't want to do that since this is the actual Zoom session that I've already scheduled starting at 10 a.m. on 9/15 for 1.5 hours. So it automatically comes up for me. And you'll notice right here in the where column, it actually gives us the meeting ID number, which is 406-637-345. So this number, last in the web link, that is actually the session or the meeting ID number that people will need to join the session. And of course, in the description then is the actual instructions. So it tells us that Fabulous Fridays, in this case I'm in that account, is inviting you to a Zoom meeting. Join from a PC, Mac, iOS, Android. Here's the Zoom link. So all they have to do is they open a web browser and paste this link directly into their web browser, and they will be instantly joined into the session. Or they can join by phone, and they can join by a 323 SIP system. This is really what this means is the old Polycom system, that really no one uses this anymore. So it's really going to be web, or it's going to be via telephone. And if you do this in the web browser, that little app that I talked about will automatically pop up, and it will allow you to join the session. Once the app is on your machine, you don't need to really even go to the website. You can just open your app, join a session, type in the number part of this address, and you'll be in the session just as easily as if you had clicked on the link to start with. So at this point, I can save this, and that session now on the 15th will be to be added to my calendar. And actually, it's on Fab Friday's calendar. That's why you're not seeing it on Sally's calendar here in my display. So at this point, I'm going to stop the share and ask if there are any questions. And if not, then we will conclude the session. Okay, well, thank you all for sharing, and we will video this or put this on our website. We'll have some information in the staff update about where and how you can locate the videos that we create from our Fab Friday afternoons. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye-bye.